Okay, welcome everybody. What I'm going to do is just share my screen, just a second. I'm going to put cameras off on my side because we do have a bit of a bandwidth problem in this part of the town. Franz, you can see my screen, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so once you've signed up and you've signed up on your Dream side, you'll get 2 emails. Those 2 emails will have login details, one into Dreams, one into Meishi itself. The Meishi side is your building side, your Dreams is your networking side. So when you sign into Meishi, you will get into your back office. It will look like this. This is your dashboard. On your dashboard, on the left-hand side, there's a index of the different things. So in other words, your Meishi app, that will be creating a new Meishi app. When it says Meishi app on its own there, those are the amount of Meishi apps you have. So it depends on which a plan you're on. Either you're on the $15 plan or the $10 plan, that's how many apps that you have available to use. On the admin side, the admins is just assigning users and assigning roles to users. So in other words, if you have got a designer that's going to be working on your app, you can assign user and assign roles to the people. Then, as Charles was talking about the NFC card, the NFC card is just like a bank card. When you go and you tap your bank card to pay, it works exactly the same as that, where you just tap the card on the other person's phone and the app will be appear on his phone, and he just has to save it to his home screen. Then you got your appointment section. Your appointment section is when people are booking an appointments with you. That is, if you've activated your appointment section, the appointments will be loaded into your back office and you'll see them in your back office. And that screen basically looks like this, and it will have your appointments written there and you can take action. Your calendar will also be there where the appointment is. Your next section is contacts. Now the contacts is basically, it's a lead list generator. So in other words, when you are meeting new people and you are getting people, you're meeting people at a show house if you're a estate agent, or you're at one of these big convention centers and you need to keep a track of people that are visiting your store, they can just put their name and their contact detail and everything in under the contacts, and you can contact them at a later stage. Then obviously calendar as well. It's self-explanatory. It has got your calendar just as the same as with appointments. Then we have our different plans. The plans are there for people that do not want to work the networking side. So in other words, they just want the Meishi apps. So that is where your plans, your different plan structures will be there. You can see all of them from $29 right up to $4,000 per annum. Then your referral program, you get your referral link there. And then the most important thing is when you look is to go to your settings. The reason why I say we go to our settings is because your settings is where you load your favicon on. Okay, so in other words, your favicon is that icon that will show at the top of your settings, so top of your tab. So that is what you will see. Okay, so that is where your on your favicon, that will distinguish on your tabs. You'll have that little your face there or your logo there or anything, so you know on the tabs that will be sitting there. But anyway, let's go, and we're going to create a new Meishi app. So what you do is you go to create app. Then first thing you have to do, you have to type a name in. If you don't type a name in and you try to save this thing, you just have to start over. So it's going to be your name. So what I'm just going to put here is Test Robert. Okay, so Test Robert. Then I'm going to choose a theme. I always like John Doe. They're all John Doe, but I like this John Doe. And you click Create. So what it will do now, it'll go through the process. It'll create your card again, and then you'll see business card created. So then you'll go back to your Meishi app. You'll go to apps, and as you can see in here, I've got a whole lot of apps that are in my back office, different ones that I use, and the ones that I create for people. So what I'll do is I will go into Test Robert, and then it'll bring your theme up again. Now, when you start building your Meishi app, you always go from left to right. Don't skip or jump because it confuses you, and sometimes you do things that you make changes and they don't save. So it's best to go through each section and have each section saved. So already I've chosen my theme. I don't want to change my theme, so I'll just go to the next one, detail. So under detail, you will fill in all the things that you need to build your app. Now let's start. So let's look at the logo. So in the logo, I'm going to put in my face as my logo or my profile picture. Then under choose a file, I have selected a file. So I'm going to be building my dreams app. So I will click on that. There it loads it. So they're both loaded. Now, if I do not click on save, they won't save. So if I go to the next stage and I add the next stage and that hasn't been saved, that'll disappear. So you just have to make sure that it is saved. So what I've got in my banner, I've got my dreams powered by Meishi. Now this banner, you have to have a specific pixels for it. It is 1,600 pixels by 1,200. If you use anything else, you'll have a distorted picture in your banner. And also with the logo itself or your profile picture, it is 1,500. Sorry, 512 by 512. So if it's not squared, you're going to have a stretched picture, and it's not going to look very nice and presentable as the ad. So now I've loaded my banner and I've loaded my profile picture or my logo in what they call it here. So the next thing I'm going to go to is I'm going to look at my title. Okay, so I've got the title as Test Robert. I want to change that, and I'm just going to put here Meishi. Okay, so the title is Meishi. Under my designation, I can put builder. Okay, so wait, builder. Where am I going? Okay, and subtitle. Now I'm not going to have a subtitle, but I'm going to put my name in there. So you can play around the way you want to make it look. Okay, so the company's name is Meishi, or I can have my name in there. You can, whichever way you want to do it. It doesn't matter. So you have the Meishi is the company name. I'm a builder, and my name is Robert. I can have it vice versa. You decide which way you want to put it. Preferably, I would have put Robert in so it's bigger there. So I just want to mute everybody. What's the recording? Well, what's the name? Then the next thing I'm going to do is what? Save changes. Because if remember, every single time you do something, just save your changes and it'll come business information saved successfully. If you miss that step, it's tickets because you're going to have to go retype it in. Then in description, you can put anything, your company bio or whatever you want to do. But my advice to you is don't make it too long. A lot of people want to write whole essays in there, but keep it short because on some of the themes, you will see that the description actually goes in the banner. So in other words, if the logo is not in the middle here, it might be at the top. Your description normally goes in the banner itself, and the more you put, the elongated that banner is going to become. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep it as short as possible. It's descriptive. Anything else, there are other methods to put in any lengthy things that you want to put in. You can embed a PDF into the card, but that's for advanced training. We just want to get you up and running. So once you have joined the team, you've got an operational card with your contact details and things like that on. That's what we concentrate on tonight. Okay, so description, I'm going to leave the description out for now, but you can put your description in whatever you want to do. You might say, come contact me for any apps that you need built or anything like that. Or if you would like to join the Dreams team, contact me, whatever you want to put in there. Or if it's a company that you're doing, you can put your bio or anything in there. Now, the very important part on this page, don't change this after you finished this section. Once you finish this section, don't ever come back and change this, because what happens later on, that link is linked to your QR code. So whatever is written here, that it fuzzes the whole thing up and it puts it into a QR code. Once that QR code is printed, and you might print it and put it on your car, and you might put it on your building or whatever wherever you're going to advertise it. And if people get it like that, and it's not, and you've changed this code, that QR code is useless. It's not going to work. So it'll just give you an error. So do not change this. You can see whenever you change the title here, you're going to, sorry, the app name is Robert Test. That's the Robert Test. If you want to change it, you can change it now. So in other words, you can put whatever you want to put in there. So I'm just going to take test out, and I'm just going to put Robert. Okay. So that is in now. So I can leave it like that. So if I save it now, you will see that is going to change the URL. Just wanted to go through. So if I go back to the URL, you'll see test has gone away and it's just Robert. So whenever you are busy building, don't change this code once you finish this page. Just keep it as it is. If you need to change it, if you want to change it to anything, now's the time that you can change it. Otherwise, leave it. Okay. Now, let's carry on. Contact information. Now, that is very important. So you'll open your contact information. You'll click on there. And what is the most important? You want to put your telephone number in. So you'll click on phone. You'll click on there, and my number is already pre-programmed in there because I build apps like this. So there's my number. So that is for my telephone. So then I go again, and I want to put my WhatsApp number in there. Same story. It's pre-built in. The next thing I want to do is I want to put my email address in there. So what I do is I put my email address in there. That's the long one. Okay, so now I've got a card with my name. I've got a card with what I do, and I've got my contact information. You don't even have to put anything else in now because you've got a workable card. But let's go on. So what is the thing you have to do first is save. If you don't save that information, you're going to have to go retype it in again. Okay, so we've got this far. Now we're going to look at business hours. Now, a lot of people work certain times, or if you're doing this full time, so you say you're going to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then you put your times in. So you're going to start 8 o'clock in the morning. So I just do them all 8 o'clock, and then I come do the other side. Sorry. Unfortunately, it's time consuming typing in every time. And then you finished at 1800 for those that look at times. And let's say you finish at 1400. Yeah. Okay. So in other words, I've got my times in. So whenever people want to contact me, they know what times I operate. Then what we have to do is go back and you save. I've done this often. We have to go retype everything in again. So you learn once and you don't have to repeat. So yeah, you can see your business hours in, your Sunday you closed, and yeah, all the other times that you are open. Then what I said, you can have your appointments. Now, some people use appointments, some people don't use the appointments. The appointments is actually a very powerful tool. So in other words, let's say, for instance, you want to see people, but because of traveling and things like that, you schedule an hour appointment, but then maybe half an hour in between, so that you got time to get to the next call. So let's say, for instance, you start at 8 o'clock. You've got your time 8 o'clock, let's say till 9 o'clock, and that's your first appointment. Then you'll have your next appointment. The next appointment, you'll only start it at 9:30 because you don't know about the traveling, and that will be until 10:30. Okay, so then you'll have your next appointment from 11. This is purely up to you. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so there's all my appointments that are booked. So I'm gonna only see people till 12 o'clock because in the afternoon I help people build cards. So in other words, I've booked my appointment slots. What is nice about the appointment slot, if somebody comes and they want to book an appointment with you, they're going to click on pick a date. You pick a date, you select an hour, and it gives you an hour. If that time is taken, it will tell you that time is booked, that you can book another time. So that's you must remember. And whatever you do here, remember when I told you on the side here, your appointments, whatever people book there, you will find it under your appointments. It will send you an email as well, letting you know that you have an appointment. Then under services. Now, under services, yeah, you put all the services you need. So all you do is you'll upload your 512 by 512 logo for that service. So in other words, if you are if you are going to build apps, or if you want to let your Meishi app I'm getting tongue-tied, your referral link for Meishi, you put it in here. Then your next one, you'll have your referral link for dreams, and you might have a presentation in. So you can put whatever you like under services, and it's quite easy to do. So in other words, you'll click on services. I just want to go back to quickly, sorry, and then I'll go to images and logos. So what I'll do is I want to put my my Meishi. No, it's not that one. I'm going to put my Meishi in there. So my Meishi, I'll put here, join my Meishi team. Okay, so join my Meishi team. You can put a description if you want to. Click here, and then you'll put your referral link from Meishi in here. The next one would be to join your dreams. So I'll put my dreams and I'll say, join the dreams team. And then I'll put, click here, and then I'll put my dreams link in there. So the people you can see the difference. So that's what you'd put your services. Whatever business you are in, you will have your services. Now, if you do have a website for the company that you have, and you want to highlight your services, under your tabs on services, you'll just copy that URL that's at the top there, and you'll paste it in the button link. So in other words, when people click on there, it'll take them straight to website and to your services. If you want to have another one that has all your products listed, that's for the next one, you can have your products listed as well. So whatever services you need will be under here. So in other words, the services you offer, it might be if you've got a car wash, decaling and stuff like that. So you have the different services listed here. So, and then after you've got all of those and you've got your referral links and all those type of things in there, you must remember to click save. I'm not going to put the referral links in now. I'm just giving you an example on this. So once it's saved again, you'll see on the side, and please don't use this as a reference. Okay, these are normally out when you using it as a reference. So you'll always check it on your phone. It's important. Then when you have your products, it's exactly the same as services. So what you'll do is you'll put your product in there, you'll put the title, and then you'll put the currency. So the currency, anything with the R in is fine because it's not connected to any combination. So you can just put an R because the R will come up. So let's say, for instance, you are going to do the Meishi app for sorry, the Meishi one, and they want it, and you'll have different ones. So they're taking the 3999 one, and you put it in there, and then you click here, and then what you will do is you will put the link, the payment link in here. But if you have a website that has already got a payment portal link to it, it is quite very easy then. Then what you do is you just copy the URL at the top, and you will put that link in there, and it'll go through your payment portal of your company. If you do not have a payment portal on your company website, and you might be somebody that is selling golden products, or you're selling some pots or whatever you're doing, cleaning material and things like that, you can actually open up your own PayFast or PayPal account, but it's better PayFast in South Africa, and you can put that link in there and the payment can go through that way. That's more advanced settings, but this is just showing you that you can list your products and your services on here. So I'm not going to continue with this. I'm not going to put a product in on this one. Then your testimonials. Whatever testimonials you have, we are going to get a couple of testimonials that I want to post it onto the Telegram group that you can use to put into your apps of people that are using Meishi. So then there are testimonials there. You don't have to put faces or anything like that on. You can just put a picture of Meishi and what the person has to say. But if some people don't mind you putting their picture on, by all means, go on. So that's for testimonials. So the testimonial it's very easy to do. So you put the picture in there, you put the person's name and the description, whatever they say. So it's straightforward that. Then your social. This is very important. So what you have here, you have all these social media tabs. So let's say, for instance, you want to put your Facebook in there. You'll click on Facebook. You'll go to your Facebook account. You'll grab your Facebook link and you'll paste it in there. Okay, that's all you do. Then what happens is that link will appear on your dashboard. Sorry, on your card. And when people click on it, it'll take them to your Facebook. The same, let's say, for instance, you've got a TikTok account. You click TikTok. You'll paste your TikTok URL in there, and the icon will come up on your card. And so people will just click on those icons. Okay, they don't allow me to. I'm not going to put URLs in here now, but you put your URL and then it'll fall under social on your card. Then your Google Maps is if you do have a company address that you want people to visit, you simply go and as follows. You will go into your Google Maps. Okay, so let's just pick a, this is in the farming area, and let's, it's Longabond. Oh, I just want to take one that's quick. Saldana. So I'm just going to take that, and I want to put it. Well, that's showing my location. I must put a pin here. Share this location. So what it'll do, it'll share that location. Now that is your maps link that you have. That's if you want to share it with somebody. But what you do is you go to embed map. The embed map will come in. That is your iframe code that you will copy. So you copy your iframe code. You'll go back to your app. You will open your Google Maps and you'll simply paste it in. Once it's pasted in, remember, save. So now you've got your card, you've got your services, you've got your business hours, you've got the Google Maps. So it'll show you, maybe you've got a bed and breakfast here, so you've got that. You can put a pin in. I didn't put a pin in this time, but you can put a pin in that people can see. Okay. Now you want to embed a video. So in other words, I'll open up my custom HTML. I'm going to go to my Meishi Pro video. This is the Meishi Pro overview video. What you do is you click on share, you click on embed, and it'll give you your embed code. Now you're going to have to, if the video is not lined up, you're going to have to go in and play around with your width and your height to make sure that it gets in. Or you can take this whole code, you paste it into ChatGPT, and you say, please center this for my Meishi app. And what it does, please make it smaller and center it for my Meishi app. But I've already checked this one. This one does work. So I'm going to put that one in there, paste, save changes. Okay, so now I've got all these in. I've got my Meishi app. Now you can see it's over. So it's a bit smaller. So what you have to do is you're going to have to, you can see it's cut off there. So you're going to have to play around with this one and make it a bit smaller. So what you do is you copy this code again and you go to ChatGPT. I'm just showing you workarounds because a lot of people don't know that. And then, so I'll say, please send to this code and make it smaller. Okay. I normally play with the code myself, but I just want to show you what it does. Sometimes it makes it a bit too small, but anyway. So now I've told it what to do, and then it'll give you your code. And remember, it was 510 by 315. Now it's 400 by 225. So what you do is you copy that code, go back there, you highlight this whole code that's in there, and you just paste the new one in there, and you say save changes. And what you do is you'll go down and down and down. There, you see, now it fits in, it's smaller, and it's in. You can play around just to make it a bit bigger and to center it and stuff like that. But if it's, this is a perfect size for the video in any case. Now you've finished this section. Okay. So the next section is custom. So if you want to make any custom changes to your app, this is advanced. This is what we do on a Saturday. We'll go through CSS and JS. If you're a programmer, you'll know what it's about. Then another thing is just to add a bit of help to you. This is that little section at the bottom of your card. It says copyright Meishi Pro 2025. Now you want to change it and you want to put your own thing in. So it's copyright Robert Test. Okay, so I've just changed that. So you can change it to whatever. You can put your own little spin on things at the bottom of your card. So everything will be sorted at the bottom of your card. So when you go right to the bottom of the card, okay, it won't go in now. So that's changed it. I wouldn't touch this section until you become more au fait with building. It's more advanced. But the way your card is now, it's operational. You can use it. Then you got another section where you've got reorder blocks. So at the moment, you've got all your reorder blocks. You've got your description and your more at the top. Okay, so you want to change your appointments and your business hours. You want your business hours above your appointments so that people can see what times you work. Then they can book an appointment with you. And there's more I would put under appointments. So if people want to share your card and stuff like that, so that's under the choice is yours, the way you feel comfortable with your card. But now whatever I've done, I have to save my changes. So I've saved my changes again. So now it's saved in that order. So it'll display in that order. Now, search engine optimization. Now, what we have to do here is, first of all, you're going to put your image in here, your logo in here. That's the 512 by 512. I know this looks like a big one for the bigger banner, but it's not. It's your 512 by 512. So you'll put it in there and we'll put the logo, my lovely face, you put that in. Now it looks elongated and stuff like that, but don't worry. Now this is for when you are sending your app via WhatsApp, via Telegram, that your logo will appear on the phone. And when they save it to the people's phone, that logo will appear as well. So you're going to put in your meta keywords. I've got them already typed because I've been doing this for a while. So it's Robert Kruger, Meishi Networking, and I just normally copy and paste the same thing in there, but you can use other meta words, whatever you want to. Under this section as well, you can connect your Google Analytics to your card. It's a process that you have to go through under Google Analytics, and you get a code, your code, and that code gets pasted in here. So you have got your basic analytics on your Meishi card, but with Google Analytics, you can actually go into Google Analytics and you can actually see up to which street, the street that the people are logging in from. So it gives you, especially if you are in sales, you want to see where your clients are coming from, where your traffic is driven from, which areas you have to work at to build up the traffic from those areas. So it's a very useful tool, especially in the sales industry. So that, and also to check that if you do have people working for you, that they are following up with the clients and that area is getting covered. Or else you won't be getting, if the person's not working in that area, you're not going to be getting calls from that area. So you can basically see that. So once we've changed all that, this Google Analytics, to get it, there is a PDF in the Telegram group that you can download, and you can just follow the instructions. It shows you how to get this number that you have to paste in there. So once I've done that and I've changed the picture, I click save. It's going to save it to everything when it's done. Okay, basically saved now. So that's done. Wanted to come back up again. The next section that I'm going to have is PWA. Now the PWA, that means whatever you change on your app, okay, will be changed straight away on all the apps, whatever changes you make. So you have to activate it. So you activate your Progressive Web app, you'll open it. Your app title is Robert, or it's Test Robert, sorry. Test, what am I doing? Sorry, wrong one. Test. So Test Robert is the app title, and the app name is normally the same. Okay, so that's in. Yeah, you can change your colors on your background for your app and things like that. I'll just leave it back. You can change whatever color you want it to be on for your theme color or as your app displays. I'll just keep it black. It's easier. Save changes. Now I've got my SOE and I've got my PWA sorted. The next thing, cookies, you can activate your cookies if you want to. That's your preference. You can put that on if you want to. You don't have to worry about that now. The next thing that you will look at is your QR code. Now, with your QR code, some people want to make it snazzy. They want to put a text, or they want to put something, a logo or something in here. So what you'll do is you'll click on image, choose an image. Now I want to put my where's the image I'm looking for? Sorry, wrong one. I can't find the image I'm looking for. Just a second. Okay, I'm just going to put my little Android man in there. So I'm going to put my little Android man in there, and then I can make him a bit bigger if I want to. Don't go more than quarter, because sometimes it messes with the code. But the first thing that you do, once that is in, before you do anything, you pick up your phone, you open up your QR scanner, and you scan that code to see if it activates. If it activates, that's fine. You can leave it, and then don't change anything. The other thing that you can put in there, if you want to take the image out, you can also put in text. So you put in your Meishi, you can put it in, you can change the color of it, you can put it in any color that you want it to be. So you can change whatever you want to. Then on the size and the writing as well, if you make it too big, it's not going to work. So that's why I say I always keep it well below half, around about quarter, and that normally works all the time. So then the last one, remember I alluded to, before I forget, you save changes. So you've saved the changes there. If the internet speed would just pick up. Okay, so there it's all connected. The last one is for your payment. So with this one, if you do run a home business and you do have anything that you are running from home, that you're selling products, that you want to list products, you can open. We don't have Stripe in South Africa, but in Europe, and I think they're all available, and PayPal. But we use PayFast. So what you'll do, you'll just enable it. The PayPal, and then you put your PayFast. They're interchangeable, so you can just put the proper URL in there for your payment gateway, and then what it does, it will just take the payment through that gateway. So this, you have to set up your account first before you can do anything. So you'll set up your account. In Pay, you can have Sandbox, you can have Live. You've got your client ID and your secret code that'll go in there. So that will link back to your product section. But a lot of people just use their normal website to do payments. But if you do want to do something like that, we will cover this on the Saturday. It's a bit more advanced. Now, you'll see there's a lot of buttons at the top there. So I'm just going to put this off. There's a lot of buttons at the top there. That's WhatsApp share. Here's your business card link, your business analytics. So this has all got to do with your card. But the one that we are interested in is the last one. Because when you click on the last one, what happens, it gives you a view of the card different to the one that you have inside. So here you can also see if your sizing is right. You'll see at the bottom, remember I've got Test Robert. I changed it to there, so the bottom will change. Your contact information is here. Your services are in there. Your make appointment is there, and your business hours are there. So that is all there. And then at the bottom is your share card, save card, and your contact list. So you have got a workable card now. So you can do anything to start. You can send your card out. People have got your contact details that can make appointments with you, and you can slowly work on your card. My card never looks the same any time of the week. I change my cards all the time, and I've got, as you can see, I've got several cards, and I keep working on them. So that is roughly going through the card. Okay, we've spent about 40 minutes, but to do this without explanation, just to put it together, will take you 10-15 minutes just to get your card up and going. So that you've got a workable card now. There are some people don't have times. There are builders that, if you look on the Telegram group, there are builders that you can contact that can build for a fee, build your card if you don't have the time and you need a card built professionally. There are builders that do it. So check up on there, and you can see all the names that are there to do the card. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now. Are there any questions?
Robert, yes. Can I
The
ask?
recording is still on.
Yes.
I want to ask to which email are the appointments sent to?
To the email you registered to.
Okay, that email.
No, it goes to your back office. Goes to your
Sorry, it goes to your back office email. You're right, Franz. Sorry, man. So in other words, the email that you have that you put in under contacts. My mistake. You're right. So if I share the screen again, just a second.
Okay, that email that you put on that app in your contacts.
Yes.
Okay.
So that will go to that
makes sense. That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you stopped recording, Robert?
I'm gonna stop now. Just a second. Okay.